هرگاه که من آه کشیدم هستی، از غصه اگر کنج خزیدم هستی، بی منت و بی عوض محبت کردی، هر اشک که از دیده چکیدم هستی.
The opening skyboat imagery was so beautiful, and then it just continued to stay beautiful. Like every single scenic shot was outstanding. And honestly, the juxtaposition of the actual concert, which was his moment, and the background for that not being so beautiful kind of shows two completely separate worlds, one where he is entertaining others and one where the world is causing him this great pain, but he's surrounded by the beauty. um the absolute favorite shot of mine is the arms sweeping around the tree. It was striking, so wonderful to look at. And then I did like when he released the white dove that the hand came off his eyes as well. So it was just kind of that final release moment.
This was a very imaginative and stylish piece that had a very sort of global, international feel, but also a very grounded, natural, elemental feel that I thought really made a lot of sense. The boat aesthetic, even compared with the very grounded, performance straight aesthetic of the band and the performer, I feel like they had a lot of overlapping themes that worked really well in terms of being sort of a world traveler or having a consciousness that goes beyond yourself and sort of trying to create more synergy between a sense of being human and the global human consciousness. I feel like there was a lot of undertones visually that matched up with how the song made you feel, even though I couldn't understand the lyrics of the song. I feel like the emotions of the song and the feelings of the song were really brought to life by the visual images that were paired with the song. And the end sequences with the hands in the forest in particular were very striking. And I feel like most of the piece was filled with very striking images that sort of match the epic sweeping emotions within the music. So in terms of that, I felt there was a good balance and a good sense of imagination and sort of intent when it comes to how the piece wanted you to feel.
You know, he has a wonderful voice. His band is wonderful. Everything is just, it's wonderfully written. It's wonderfully produced and executed. The style is really unique. I really, I sense, like some traditional, maybe folk music underpinnings, but then blended with like elements of like jazz and rock, soft rock, pop music, and it's very easy to listen to, even though when I describe it, it sounds kind of esoteric. It really is very easy to listen to. I could see this playing on a radio anywhere. Yeah, so really good music, and the visuals were wonderful. Especially, I mean, the beginning, it was very striking. We see that airship cutting through right above. It almost looks like a whale flying through the air above us. But yeah, no, I love the fantastical elements of this. Cutting back and forth between him on stage with this blindfolded band, and then he's on this flying ship, and it's just really wonderful, wonderful fantasy imagery to go with this very modern song.
It appears to be a love story he's telling, which cuts to a beautiful woman in a red scarf. And then he wears a red blindfold. His vocals are amazing. He's so passionate. And I love the CGI images of the boat from the hull with a dove in the waves and then grounded on the beach at the end. I also enjoyed the rock music, especially guitar. Very captivating, well done video. Very professional, too.
I loved the special effects with like the ship in the sky and everything. Beautiful work on the entire video. I loved the lead vocalist's voice. He had such a gorgeous voice that just had such this beautiful richness to it that rounded out the whole piece. And I loved the costumes that they were wearing, how he looked like a ship's captain. It was just really well done.
This almost fairy tale like way that they presented the imagery. You have this floating pirate ship. You have this beautiful ingenue draped in like Red Riding Hood style, cloak, and almost like she's, angelic in a way. and you see him on this ship, and it seems like he's on a journey to something, and one obstacle after another between storms and shipwrecks are kind of preventing him from getting there. And it reminded me a lot of like a fairy tale, or like, you know, some sort of epic odyssey that he's on, to reach whatever it is that he's trying to reach. And it's interspersed with these performance cuts where we kind of see him, you know, emulating in song to this audience. I definitely thought that the images of the ship, you can tell it's like a CGI, but it's just very well put together. Um, Definitely very believable as far as a floating ship is concerned. You know it's CGI, but you know how some CGI is very, you know, it takes you out of it. This is what I would say is the opposite. It's why it felt like I was watching, you know, one of those movies like a Lord of the Rings, or like a Pirates of the Caribbean. It just felt like I was in a movie.
The song and the music is super catchy and really upbeat, and it hooked me the minute I started listening to it. I loved the special effects. They were part of the music video, especially the way that the timing of the music and the timing of the visuals matched up really nicely. And I loved seeing the band perform. It was just a really great music video, and I would definitely want to listen to the song again and maybe check out the rest of the album.